It's strength in finding resilience beyond your circumstances. What is up, you guys? I'm Zakia Monet, and welcome to the Finding Your Way podcast, where we share stories about hardships and share ways to not let our circumstances define us. Like you, we just here to find our way. What's up, you guys? My name is Zakia. I go by Zakia Monet on all social media platforms, and welcome to another episode of Finding Her Way podcast, where we talk about all things traumatic, from parenting to relationships to friendships, everything that you can think of, even lifestyle things. So let's get into it. As always, you guys know we always do a journal entry. So in this journal entry, we will be, let me see. This journal entry will be, what does a win look like for you when dealing with a child with ADHD? So this is for my parents. This episode is mainly for my parents who have children with ADHD, ADD, things like that. What does a typical day look like for you where you just feel like it was a win, where you didn't feel like your head was about to explode, or you didn't feel like you was all over the place because your child was all over the place, where you didn't have a meltdown, or where you feel like you guys actually had a good day? Name a couple things like that, and what does that look like for? What would that look like for you if you haven't even got to that place yet? So now that we got the journal entry out the way, so now that you guys know that what we'll be talking about in this episode. This episode is so I don't know, like this episode is so near and dear to me because I've been dealing with a child with ADHD since he was, for 4 years now. He was 5 when he was diagnosed, I believe, and now he's 9. So yeah, 4 years. So I've been dealing with this for a long time. In the beginning, when I first, I'm gonna let y'all know what it looked like in the beginning because it was like so chaotic. In the beginning, I didn't know like what was going on. Like, okay, like your kids have their terrible twos and they get to 3, and he was cool when he was 3. I really didn't have any problems out of him. When he was 4, that's when he started to turn up. Like he started to, get in his bag, getting whatever pocket he was in. That's what he was in. He was just tearing up everything. He got suspended from. How do you get suspended from pre-K? I don't know. But that's what happened. I got suspended from pre-K. I kept getting calls about his behavior from school. He was acting out at home, and he was doing a lot. At first, I was thinking like it was maybe a response from other things that he's seen, and he was maybe repeating those things. And that could be a thing too. But it was just like on another level. Like it was just crazy. He was even like, it was holes in my walls. Like it was getting crazy. So when he turned 5, because I know you can't really diagnose them at an early age. So when he turned 5, I started to really, like have a meltdown. Like because I didn't know what to do. Like you can only discipline them so much. Without it then turning into a thing where like you're overly, beating them because of the things they're doing, and you're getting frustrated, so you're taking it out on them, like you're just doing too much. So it was starting to become to a point where it was just unbearable for me, and I just didn't know what to do. Like I tried to get dad involved, and like that it helped to a certain extent, but then it was just like, he was like, it was just like him, like that was just the repetitive thing every day. So I had to honestly sit down and figure out, what did I need to do, because it started to become a point where people didn't want to be around him for real, because he was doing too much. He was always running around, and he was chaotic, and he was always throwing stuff and making loud noises, and all of those things. So it was becoming like unbearable for other people. I couldn't get nobody to watch him while I was at work, so it started to affect my job. And what was another thing it started to like, because it was really like a lot. It was really a lot. I found myself, crying a lot. I found myself, like trying to figure out, like what is going on. I found myself not even wanting, like it even got to the point where I didn't even want to be a mom. Like I really didn't want to be like if we being honest, can I be real? Can I vent? I really didn't even want to be a mom. Like it just got too unbearable. I wasn't enjoying the experience. It was so miserable for me, because it was just like he became from my sweet baby to like a Tasmanian. Like I don't like it was just so different. And so I finally got him in to see our his pediatrician, and so they diagnosed him with ADHD, and so they started to put him on medicine, and so we started the whole medicine thing, and now 4 years later, here we are. So I want to tell y'all about my experience that I told y'all, a little bit about the beginning journey of it. I want to tell y'all about my experience while he's been on this medicine and what I think about it and the behaviors lately, because yeah. As he's gotten older, we had to increase the dosage a couple times, because it started at 5 and now he's at 25. Now he's at 25, so we had to increase the dosage because like it just got to a point where his body just starting to get immune to it, and it was no longer working for him. And then now he even has like a booster for the medicine so it can kick in faster, because it doesn't it takes it a while for him to calm down with just the medicine by itself. So now that he's on the medicine, I have seen a big difference now that he's on the medicine. I was worried in the beginning about putting him on medicine just because like what I read, the symptoms and what it can do to kids, and they become zombie like, and then they're like they don't eat, so they lose a lot of weight. And his weight has been fluctuating, so like it's been crazy. So on the weekends I try not to give it to him if I'm not going anywhere, so he can eat and do whatever. Because when he's off that medicine, he eats me out of the house. He does that. So that's been that. I've still been having a time with him as far as behavior, attitude, and things like that, but we're working on that. I'm trying to implement a system to where he's on a consistent schedule, to where he knows like you're not supposed to be doing this at a certain time, or to get him in the habit of a routine. Because we'll get in a routine and then not let him slip up one day, and the one day will continue. So it's just like keeping him on that same routine. It's just been hard overall, because from one, I am a single mom, and it's just trying to figure out what's in the best interest of him. Like we tried the sports, I put him in sports, and that didn't really. The first sport I put him in was baseball, and he got kicked out the team. He was only 4 years old. Like he got kicked off the team. What did he do? I think he was cussing, or he said something. He was just. So we did that. Then we did basketball. Basketball didn't really work because the rec team that he was on, it was so all over the place. Like it was no organization, and then like. It was just no organization. So, and he didn't like the team that he was on, so it was just like it just didn't work for him. So now he's looking at either I don't know, like he's been wanting to box for a long time, and I feel like that will be like a great tool for him. So I'm looking for a boxing class for him. So I am going to put him in that. Like that will be a really good thing for you guys to do. Like if you have a child with ADHD or ADD, like that would be a good thing, like boxing or taekwondo, something like that, to keep them active and get all that all them jitters out. Like that would help them a lot. I was taking him to the park a lot. I was doing that as well. What else do I do? I try to find things that he's interested in at the time, and then I go crazy on it. Like he was interested in art and drawing it, so I just bought him a whole bunch of art supplies, like a customized art set box and all this art stuff. So that was one thing. And then now he's into reading, so he's in the library a lot, and we're reading together and all these other things. And so whatever he's into at that time, like that's what I try to get into. And so like that could be our time or our thing that we can do together or something like that. So so it's not just like him, I'm just pushing stuff off on him to do by himself. so I can, be involved as well, because it was, like I said, coming to a point where I wasn't like happy to be a mom. It wasn't an enjoyable experience for me anymore. Like sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I still feel like that in certain instances, because it's just like, I feel like when you're a mom and when you're all these things and when you have to do all these things, when you take on the role of a lot of other things and you have become like the head, you know, of a lot of people, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then, like, you still have those things that you haven't dealt with. So I'm still healing from things that I haven't dealt with. So I'm having those things on top of when my son has an episode, on top of when somebody needs me for something. And it's just like, it's a lot. So it's just like, I have to figure out a balance of being there for myself. I know it's not like people say it's really not a balance, but I really have to start finding time for myself. I feel like when I start finding time for myself, and when I start doing things for myself, I feel like I'm gonna be in so much of a better headspace. And I feel like the environment is what's like kind of hurting me as well. So I feel like when I change those two things, I know what I need to do, so now I need to fix it. So I feel like when I go hard on that, then I'll be okay. But for right now, it's just a lot for me. And so while I'm in this environment, while I'm in this space, I have to figure out little things to do that'll help me, heal myself. And like, I guess therapy is one of the things. Talking to God is another thing. I feel like I just have to, start doing things for myself, whether it's going out to eat by myself, or whether it's, going to a spa, or I have a little workout class with a friend that I'm going to, so something like that. All of those things will probably help and probably do me some good. So I'm gonna look into, doing things like that. So this year, I said it was gonna be the year of me, the year I get myself together, the year that I do everything that I said I wanted to do, and that's a part of that. So you need to find things that's gonna help you be a better mom, be a better wife, whatever you are, in order for you to be in the right headspace in order to deal with a child that has ADHD. And when I say deal, I don't mean like it's like a problematic thing for you to have to deal with that. It's like dealing with it. It's like, I don't know what else. I don't know what other way to say it. Y'all won't take nothing from it, but you know what I mean. So you just have to find things that's gonna be beneficial for you, And when you find things that's beneficial for you, that puts you in a great headspace to be in a better headspace to work with your child on whatever they need to work on, So we're still working on that. We're still dealing with that. I'm still doing research daily on ADHD. Let me stop lying. I'm not doing no research every day, but I'm still trying to figure out, ways to deal with it in ways that I can cope when we have our bad days, and try to figure things out to where it's not so heavy for me. So I feel like when they say it takes a village, that's really a thing. It really takes a village to raise these kids. Like it really takes a village. I salute anybody who's doing it by themselves, who's doing it on their own and trying to figure it out. Like, I really salute you, because it's really hard, because there's some parents that don't even want to give their children any medicine. And I get that 100% just because of looking at the symptoms, like, but I have to think about, like, my situation is different. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do, and I'm really, like, it's just really me out here. So it's just different. I feel like that was probably the best situation for me. I might eventually, take them off of it, and we might try to figure out some herbal ways, or plant-based ways, or to fix that stuff. But for right now, this is what's working for him and me, and yeah. So like I was saying, like, I salute anybody who's going on their own, because there's a lot of parents that I've seen who like be having like real life breakdowns, and I get that, because like I be having them too. So they be having like real life breakdowns. The children are just so like out of control. Like the children, like they like, it just be a lot. It just really be a lot. If you type in ADHD parent on TikTok, I guarantee you're gonna see like 100 videos of either a parent having a meltdown, a parent giving you an advice on how not to have a meltdown, or what to do, or walk through your meltdown. Like, I guarantee you it's going to be those type of videos. And we need that. Like, we need our own community. We need that. So that's a good thing to have. If you're a parent who has it, that was another thing. I joined some mom groups of people who had ADHD, and the horror stories was just so crazy. Like the horror stories was just like, baby, I feel like my stuff ain't nothing compared to what other people going through. So I just thank God it ain't, you know, too out of hand. But I still need them. Like I still need them. So I also pray over my child every day. That's a big thing for me. I pray over him every day. I pray for him every day. Like that is just like, that is a must for me. That is a must for me. Like that is a must. That is a must. But I don't know. It's just it's a journey for sure. It's going to take some patience for sure, because you just be wanting to your big butt up. I'm trying to stop cussing, so you just be wanting to yoke these daggone kids up, because they I don't know, but it's really a chemical imbalance when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm trying to take that into consideration. I'm trying to take that into mind, and I'm trying not to. I think my biggest thing is not, you know, getting like angry about getting angry about, you know, certain things that he does, and you know, trying to remain cool, calm, and collected at all times, and keep my composure, and you know, like make sure like I'm not shaking, my balance is not shaking, like I'm level-headed, and I'm thinking reasonably. I'm not thinking from a mad or a evil thought, or I'm not thinking from that place. I just try to keep myself centered. That's why it's so important that I pray every day. That is so important for me, because like I need that patience. Like I be slipping. I slip up a lot of the time. Like I really slip up a lot of the time, and I get so mad at myself for slipping up. But it's like I'm human. I make mistakes, and you know, that's just what it is. I try to also talk to my child and have conversations with him, and you know, try to understand like him and get what's going on, and hopefully he understands me. So we have those conversations, and I try to keep an open line of communication with him. So that's a big thing as well. It's just like it's hard, bro. Like it's not gonna be easy. It's not an easy task. Every day will not be, you know, every day won't be a good day. And I'm not gonna say that's okay, because you're not gonna feel like it's okay. Like you're gonna feel like you're losing your mind. Like you're gonna feel like you're losing your shit. I don't want to be cousin, but that's what you're gonna feel like. You're gonna feel like it's too much. You're gonna feel like your shoulders like can barely take on anymore. Like you're gonna feel so much. Like you're just gonna feel heavy, because some days I feel heavy. But I have to know and understand, we all we got. Me and him, like we all we got for real. So I have to take that into consideration a lot of the time, and I have to understand that as well. So I can't do anything to, you know, like hurt his trust with me, and you know, make him feel like he can't come to me with certain things. Like if he's feeling like crazy with this, whatever this is, then I'm there for him at all times. So I don't know, y'all. It's hard. Like it's really hard. This past weekend I was like, I really had a time with him, and it's just like I could just, like, for example, I could clean that room from top to bottom. As soon as he get home, it's like the whole room looked like I didn't even touch a thing. And stuff like that, it just, but we working on it, we working on our relationship, and it's just a task. Like I feel like we just need more groups, or we just get into more groups, get connected with some people, network with some people, and have like have your own tribe and have your own village. If you didn't come from a village, build your own village. Like that's the overall thing. Build your own village, because it's really gonna take a village. It's really gonna take a village, honestly. But yeah, I just wanted to be on this thing because I be feeling like I'm losing my mind. I feel like I'm losing my shit every other day when it comes to this, when it comes to my son, when it comes to being a mom, like when it comes to life shit, like it just be a lot. And I'm trying to get it together because life is life for everybody. Life is life for everybody, and we just I'm just trying to keep it together. I'm trying to be the same one in a world full of chaos. But we're gonna get it together. We're gonna build our village. And that's just that. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. I hope you got something from this video, even if it was just like to listen to me rant. I hope somebody could connect with this. If you have a child with ADHD, write in the comments like what was your experience, how did you find out, things of that nature. What troubles are you having? What are your current battles that you're going through right now? I know I'm not the only one. It's now I done told y'all what I was going through with the parenting video, so y'all know, like, it just be a lot. Like, it really just be a lot. And it just takes like right now, me and my son are just like in the rebuilding stage. Like, I'm getting to know him, he's getting to know me, because like, as you guys know, like, we've been through a lot together. And so to add this on to it, it's just like a lot. And I be feeling like a disconnect between me and him, because I be feeling myself having to withdraw a lot. And I don't just withdraw from him, I feel myself withdrawing from the world, because the weight like of a lot of things that I be having going on, it just be a lot. And I'm like, in order for me to get myself from dipping into depression, I have to withdraw. But I have to realize like that's not a good thing. Like, I can't withdraw from my child. So I'm like, we're trying to reunite each other, we're trying to rebuild our relationship. And so in that, like, I want to do more fun things, and taking out to do more things, like whether it's going to a art place, or taking him to the beach, or doing something with him that's fun, and all this other like trips and stuff like that, like just keeping the spark going. So that's just my overall goal, to keep it going, to make sure that he knows that I'm always here for him no matter what. No matter what happens between us, or no matter what happens between us and the world, and what goes on in this world, and what goes on in our lives. Like, I just want him to know that I'm always here for him, and he can always come to me no matter what. Just keep that open for him. So I suggest you guys do the same thing. I'm gonna try to listen to my advice. I hope you guys do the same thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from it. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Let me know what you thought about this video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed and took at least one thing, if any, from this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share us with a friend you know. Follow us on Instagram at findingherwaypod, and send us letters or questions to askfhw@gmail.com. We hope to hear from you in the next episode.